Blessings of the day to each one of you. Thank you for joining me and being a part of the Bending Angel Prayer Ministry. Today's prayer is a prayer entitled, Prayer That Water Be Turned into Wine, the Miracle Within Marriage. In December of 1972, on a pier on a tributary of Lake Houston, beside a gingerbread house on Moonshine Hill Road in Humble, Texas, I asked Dorothy to marry me. The memory of that day is as vivid now as is captured in this photograph of us in our early 20s. The start of an amazing adventure in marriage, which began on May 20, 1972. I have made many choices in my life, some good, some bad, some I don't like to talk about. But of those choices, asking her to marry me was the best one I ever made. That day we did not have much luck fishing, yet I made the best catch of all, Dorothy. There's no doubt that God brought Dorothy and I together, nor any doubt that we were meant to be husband and wife, for life, for love, forever. Like many of you, when I was a teenager and a young college student, I yearned to be loved, but I was different. I thought God would give me unconditional love, and He did. And because of that, and because of my faith, I felt deep down I was special. I was worthy to be loved. Yet I was afraid I would never meet a girl like Dorothy who could see me as a future husband. Whether disabled or not, most of us are uncomfortable with how we look. We're too tall, too short, too heavy, too thin, too fair or dark-skinned, too freckled, hair too straight, hair too curly. Then there was the curse of the pimples in high school. If only we could find a cave to crawl into and then come out later looking gorgeous or handsome, the object of true love's desire. Before I met Dorothy, I asked myself, who could really be attracted to me? Scoliosis, legs and shoulders of different lengths, 3 steel rods in my back, scars on my hands, my back, my right upper leg and both ankles. Unable to do so much for myself, so dependent. Someone to be more cared for than to be a caregiver. Jesus' first miracle was turning water into wine at a wedding in Cana of Galilee 2,000 years ago. Beginning in 1972, Dorothy's love has been a holy miracle of biblical proportions for me. For all those limitations, differences and weaknesses in me have all been healed by God's love for me through Dorothy. God gave me many talents, but the best part of me is Dorothy. I may never be President of the United States or the Governor of Texas, a billionaire like Warren Buffett, a professional athlete, or win the Pulitzer Prize for writing a book, or getting a Grammy for writing a song. But in Dorothy, I am the richest husband on earth. I love Corinthians 13, 4 through 8, so much so that it's on the cover of my book, Prayerful Passages. The quote many of you know by heart is, love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast. It is not proud, It does not dishonor others. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered, and it keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, and always perseveres. Love never fails, but where there are prophecies, they will cease, and where there are tongues, they will be stilled, and where there is knowledge, it will pass away. This week I celebrated another wedding anniversary, another dozen roses for Dorothy, yellow roses this year. I kissed my blushing bride, and I hope that you do the same for your spouse, the person that you love. With Dorothy's help as my conscience, as my typist in law school at the University of Texas, and as my paralegal for more than 40 years, I am now the best me I have ever been. I am the best family law attorney I can be in serving others in troubled marriages. In Dorothy and in my work with divorcing couples, I am blessed to witness everyday examples of what it takes to have a good marriage, to keep it strong, and to love ever more deeply. Today, God, I pray that you lead others to find their true loves, that in the sacrament of marriage, unconditional love for one another be found, that in the miraculous love, all married persons are healed, as I have been healed, just as you transformed water into wine at a wedding long ago in Cana of Galilee. God, I pray that you help each of us to recognize the angels you send our way, just as you helped me at age 23 see Dorothy for what she was and who she is, an angel, a living messenger of your love for me. Amen. Thanks for joining me today, and until our next prayer time together, remember that God and his angels are just a prayer away.